What?
From ghosts haunting Hampton Court Palace to hospital guards caught acting strangely on CCTVs, and even an alien spotted on a Ring camera, these are the most disturbing moments ever caught on security cameras. On March 1st, 2012, a video was uploaded on YouTube. It showed an empty hallway, suggesting it was after hours, the students were gone, and only a couple of staff members were left. Everything seemed normal until this happened. Throughout the 1.5-minute video, everything seemed normal until an orb appeared on the camera near the drinking fountain. It stayed there for a couple of seconds before it disappeared. The girl standing nearby appeared not to have noticed anything at all. Now, upon some research, I found 2 more posts talking about haunted schools in Warren, Michigan. Both posts were made on Reddit back in 2018, and they show 2 abandoned schools also famous for being haunted. One of the images showed broken windows, scattered papers, and empty cupboards, but the other one showed something far more eerie. Some chairs, but instead of sitting on the floor, they were on the wall. Digging deeper, I found something else. There actually was a school in Warren called Immaculate Conception Ukrainian Catholic High School. It shut down in 2008. According to local records, the building had constant maintenance problems, old wiring, water damage, and reports of mold in the lower classrooms. But one report stood out, dated March 1st, 1994, the same date the orb appeared years later. It described a pipe burst near the drinking fountain that flooded part of the first floor. No one was hurt. Officially. After cross-checking the district's old archives, another name came up, the Warren Township District Number 4 School, also known as the Boonert School. It's one of the oldest standing school buildings in Warren, built in the 1870s. Locals say it's haunted too. The similarities between both places are strange. Both schools had basement flooding issues, both have reports of missing maintenance logs, and both have incidents recorded on or near March 1st. Some say the orb isn't light at all. It's a reflection from the floodwater, trapped in time. Others believe it's the spirit of the missing janitor still trying to shut off the valve that burst decades ago. There's no electricity in the building. Yet the drinking fountain clicks every few minutes, like the sound of a sensor activating. It started like any other night in Compton, California, but at around midnight, a woman named Jessica Ortiz checked her Ring doorbell camera and saw something she couldn't explain. The footage, uploaded on June 5th, showed this. It was a small, pale figure that walked across her driveway. Its head was elongated, its arms were long and thin, and it moved almost too smoothly, like it was gliding. Soon after, the clip spread online like wildfire. People were convinced this was proof of extraterrestrial life, and the more people watched, the stranger it seemed. Experts later studied the video frame by frame. Using its depth, light angles, and the movement of the shadow, they estimated the being to be around 3 feet tall, walking at a perfectly normal human pace. Except, it didn't look human. Still, not everyone was convinced. For others, the video was likely tricking people because of low light and compression issues. For them, it was a human, just heavily warped by digital processing. But locals disagreed because this wasn't the first time California had been visited by something unexplainable. Back in 1896, Northern California made headlines across the country when hundreds of witnesses reported seeing a mysterious airship hovering above San Francisco, Oakland, and Sacramento. It had wings, lights, and moved silently through the night sky decades before the first gas-powered Zeppelin even existed. People described it as massive, bird-like, glowing, and eerily fast. Newspapers ran sketches, eyewitnesses swore by what they saw, And even the mayor of San Francisco admitted he believed a shrewd inventor had created it. Except, no such inventor ever came forward. The sighting suddenly stopped by the end of the year, only to reappear months later in other states like Nebraska and Kansas. What people saw was never proven. Some claimed it was mass hysteria, others said it was a hoax, but there were also those who quietly believed something else had come to visit. The fascination only grew stronger in the years that followed. By the 1950s, the US government was flooded with UFO reports, so much that the CIA formed the Robertson Panel to investigate them. The scientists concluded that 90% of sightings could be explained by natural or man-made phenomena, but the rest remained unsolved. Then came the Condon Report in 1968, which reviewed dozens of cases from Project Blue Book. Once again, the government said there was no evidence of extraterrestrial life. Yet parts of these reports were kept classified for decades, fueling suspicions that something was being hidden. And when Jessica Ortiz saw that pale figure walk across her driveway in Compton, people couldn't help but connect the dots. Over a century of sightings, a pattern stretching from 1896 airships to modern-day doorbell cameras. Maybe what she caught on video wasn't the first visitor. Maybe it was just the one that got caught. Back in 2023, a video was uploaded on Reddit. Recorded on a security camera at night, it captured something that gave another strong piece of evidence to the existence of something which has long been debated. This is what the video showed. A figure with unusually long legs was seen walking around. The man who had uploaded it titled the video as "Fresno Night Crawlers in Sweden?" And with that, people knew exactly where they'd seen this creature before. These creatures were first spotted in 2007 by a Fresno resident named Jose. He'd been woken up by his barking dogs and checked his CCTV where he saw this. Two thin, white, leg-like beings crossing his yard. Jose's brother even found strange, small footprints outside, but by the time investigators arrived, rain had washed them away. The original footage was eventually lost, and only a grainy recording of the monitor remains today. But what was seen that night has never been forgotten. Standing at roughly 5 feet tall, the Fresno Nightcrawlers are described as white, humanoid beings with extremely long legs, tiny upper bodies, and no visible arms. Some footage shows what looks like thin webbing connecting their knees to their torsos, almost like fabric or skin stretched in motion. Paranormal investigator Victor Camacho, who analyzed the original clip, said the man who filmed it was terrified, refusing to leave his house for weeks. Over the years, sightings popped up again in Yosemite National Park, Ohio, Poland, and even Billings, Montana in 2020. In each one, the creatures moved in the same eerie, gliding motion. Theories vary wildly. Some say they're aliens, others think they're new species or spirits from another realm. Skeptics argue they're puppets, stilts, or even white pants dangling on wires. Still, despite debunkings, the Fresno Nightcrawler has taken on a life of its own. What began as a blurry home video has turned into a pop culture phenomenon. From plushies and perfumes to tattoos and stickers, the ghostly pair of walking pants has become Fresno's own cryptid mascot, spooky, adorable, and impossible to fully explain. Some say the legend thrives because it's simple. No glowing eyes, no claws, no screams, just two legs quietly walking through the dark. It was in New Jersey, USA, when around 7:38 p.m. in the evening, a camera mounted outside a house recorded this. What looked like two UFOs, or for many drone-like shapes, were captured swooping over the house. The objects also had some kind of field surrounding both of them, which would be uncommon if they were just simple drones. And if not drones, what must it be? To solve this mystery, we need to look into more similar sightings in New Jersey. The same month, the same year, another object was recorded in the skies of New Jersey.
What the
And this time, as the video zoomed into the object, it looked like a morphing plasmoid. Again, not something a drone can do. And then again, the same month, same year, this time ABC News captured this. It was recorded in the daytime, and again it looked like some kind of glowing plasma, not a plane or a drone. But this wasn't just any random light in the sky. New Jersey has been at the center of some of the strangest aerial sightings in the US, and this security camera footage might have just added another piece to the puzzle. Because that same month, at the exact same time these clips were recorded, New Jersey was flooded with reports of unidentified drones hovering over restricted areas. Military bases like Picatinny Arsenal and Naval Weapons Station, Earl, started reporting mysterious lights darting through the sky. Not once, but multiple times. These weren't just casual witnesses either. Some of the first sightings came from highly trained security personnel. One officer claimed to have seen a light rising straight up from the tree line and toward the arsenal. A month later, it happened again, this time over Naval Weapons Station Earl, leading the Joint Chiefs of Staff themselves to confirm the sightings. And yet, even after official statements, the government admitted something chilling. They had no idea who was controlling the drones or where they were coming from. The Department of Defense confirmed there was no sign of any foreign involvement, but they also couldn't track the origins of the crafts. By the time law enforcement got involved, the drones had already disappeared. Experts tried to explain it away, saying the footage could be of quadcopters, fixed-wing aircraft, or even celestial bodies like Venus, but that doesn't explain the footage we saw earlier. Two objects, perfectly synchronized, surrounded by a strange field, something drones just don't do. And just like the official reports, those glowing lights from the home security camera were never identified. Whether it was a secret military test, a drone swarm gone wrong, or something far more unexplainable, no one ever figured out what they were. It started with a security camera at Hampton Court Palace, one of England's most historic royal residences, recorded something no one could explain. The doors suddenly burst open with force, and for a split second, a figure in a long robe appears, almost as if it stepped straight out of another century. Staff who reviewed the footage swore the doors were locked, yet something or someone opened them from the inside. But to understand just how unsettling that is, you need to know what kind of place Hampton Court really is. Originally built in 1514 for Cardinal Thomas Wolsey, it was later taken by King Henry VIII, who expanded it into a palace fit for royalty, 1,390 rooms, grand halls, and private chambers, where some of England's darkest royal moments unfolded. It's said to be haunted by several of Henry's wives, each tied to tragedy, betrayal, and death. One of the most famous spirits is Catherine Howard, Henry's fifth wife. After being accused of adultery, she was locked away, but escaped and ran down what's now known as the Haunted Gallery, screaming for mercy before guards dragged her back. Visitors and staff still report hearing her screams echo through the same corridor. In fact, during two separate tours in 1999, two people fainted in the exact same spot where her ghost is said to cry out. Then there's Jane Seymour, Henry's third wife, who died giving birth to his only male heir. Her ghost has been spotted on the Silver Stick Stairs, holding a single candle as she wanders the halls where she once lived and died. And she's not alone. Witnesses also speak of the Grey Lady, a royal servant and nurse to Prince Edward and Elizabeth I, who died of smallpox after caring for the princess. After her tomb was moved in 1829, strange noises began echoing through the palace, spinning sounds that led investigators to an old wheel hidden deep inside the court. But none of those stories compare to the CCTV footage. Some believe it's the ghost of Henry VIII himself. Others think it's one of his wives, or even a spirit that predates them all. Experts reviewed the tape frame by frame, looking for digital tampering, reflections, or camera faults, but nothing explained the figure's shadow or why the doors physically moved. And maybe that's what makes it worse. The palace is open to the public, the halls are full of tourists, and the footage was caught by a modern CCTV system, yet no one's ever been able to debunk it for sure. So maybe it was a trick of the light, maybe it was someone in costume, or maybe it was exactly what people have feared for 500 years, the restless ghosts of Hampton Court Palace still walking its halls. It began with a short, eerie clip recorded by a hotel security camera. A wet floor sign on the 3rd floor suddenly moves. No wind, no footsteps, no one around. The staff checked the footage again and again, trying to find a reason. But when they heard the name of the hotel, they stopped asking questions. Because this wasn't just any hotel, it was the Crescent Hotel, known across America as one of its most haunted places. Sitting high above Eureka Springs, Arkansas, the Crescent Hotel was built in 1886 as a luxury resort for the wealthy. Designed by Isaac S. Taylor, it was supposed to be a peaceful mountain retreat, but peace didn't last long. The hotel struggled from the start and soon shut down, reopening years later as Crescent College and Conservatory for Young Women. When that failed too, the building went quiet again until a man named Norman G. Baker bought it in 1937. Baker was a millionaire, an inventor, and a radio host. But what most people didn't know was that he wasn't a real doctor. Still, he called his new business a hospital, promising to cure cancer without surgery or medicine. His treatment was nothing more than water from the local springs, and while he made money off desperate patients, most of them never made it out alive. He filled the basement with operating tables and strange equipment. Locals say screams were heard at night, then silence. When investigators finally caught up with him, Baker was sent to prison for mail fraud. But by then, the Crescent had already earned its reputation as a place of pain, deception, and death. Guests report cold spots, footsteps, and even luggage being moved on its own. One Reddit user described being chased by what looked like a nurse, thin, pale, and dressed in old-fashioned clothes. She appeared at the end of a hallway, twisted her neck at an impossible angle, and moments later materialized again right in front of them. When they ran down the staircase, she followed, stomping loudly until she vanished in a rush of cold air. The poster later discovered that the ghost matched the description of Theodora, the head nurse who once worked for Baker. Some say she still patrols the halls, tidying rooms and scolding anyone who makes too much noise. So maybe that's what the camera caught. Not wind, not a coincidence, but a sign. Moved by someone still working long after death. Because at the Crescent Hotel, even the smallest movement might not be from this world. In Buenos Aires, Argentina, a security camera recorded something no one could believe. The footage was from Fino Quieto Sanatorium, showing a quiet hospital lobby late at night. Suddenly, the sliding doors opened on their own, as if someone invisible had just walked in. The security guard looked up, stood from his desk, and approached the entrance. He picked up his clipboard, wrote something down, and then gestured toward the hallway, as if welcoming a patient. Moments later, another camera showed him pushing an empty wheelchair across the floor, pointing again, before calmly returning to his seat. But there was just one problem. No one ever entered the hospital. When the footage went viral, people were convinced it was proof of a ghost. Some local reports even claimed the guard had unknowingly checked in the name of a woman who had died there just one day earlier. But the hospital had another story. Their media relations director, Guillermo Capulla, said the doors were simply malfunctioning, opening nearly 30 times in one night, and that the guard might have just been joking around. Still, those who watched the footage weren't convinced. Because the guard didn't look like someone pulling a prank, he looked like a man interacting with something he genuinely saw. Maybe it was a faulty door sensor, or maybe the hospital had one last patient to check in. Our world is filled with unseen horrors lurking in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Tonight, we're diving into several disturbing encounters that might just make you question what's really out there. If you fall into the category of Bigfoot deniers, this next video from Connecticut is just for you. Uploaded on February 5th, 2025 to a dedicated Bigfoot research channel, this video shows a slowed down, enhanced clip of what appears to be a massive, gorilla-like creature spotted in Connecticut. In the footage, we can see this beast walking on two legs with a human-like posture, its thick black fur covering its entire body. Every feature perfectly matches the classic description of Bigfoot. Some viewers claim it's fake, most likely a hoax with someone wearing a Bigfoot costume. But one thing's for sure. If I ever saw something like that walking around the outskirts, you might have to call 911 for me. No joke. I love drone technology, not just because they capture stunning aerial shots, but because of their incredible contribution to search and rescue missions like this one. This video, uploaded by SWNS News, captures the dramatic moment when a police drone located a missing pensioner after 24 hours of searching. In the footage, we see the drone spotting 75-year-old Peter Paw lying alone in the marshes. He appears to be struggling in the water, desperately trying to get out. Thankfully, this was a police drone, and as soon as officers spotted Paw, they immediately launched a rescue mission. After navigating through the marshes, the rescue team finally reached Paw and brought him to safety. Reports say he had gone for a walk with his family on a beach in Brancaster, Norfolk, before getting lost. Thank God for drones. Without aerial search capabilities, this could have turned into a week-long mission, and that much time could have been a game over for Paw. This next video will show you why keeping your car windows closed at all times could potentially save your life.
Holy fuck!
This footage was captured by Dylan Schaefer, while driving at his job site in northwestern Alberta. As Schaefer was on the road, he noticed an animal running toward his car. At first, it looked like a big cat, but as it got closer, he realized it was actually a wild lynx. However, the truly terrifying moment happened when, out of nowhere, the lynx suddenly leaped at him. Thankfully, his windows were closed, acting as a barrier between him and, well, his life.
Holy fuck!
For some, the forest is a place to enjoy serene natural beauty. But when night falls, things can take a terrifying and strange turn.
Any spirits in these woods?
This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user attempting to capture a spirit sighting in the woods late at night. As he called out to the spirits, a white figure suddenly passed through the trees right in front of him.
Any spirits in these woods?
It moved so fast that the cameraman didn't even notice it at first. But when the footage is slowed down and reviewed, it becomes clear. A smoky, humanoid figure is seen running through the woods. Well, he asked for it, and the spirit surely delivered. Desolate places like this are said to be breeding grounds for spirits and other entities, especially when night completely shrouds them in darkness. This next video from Chicago, Illinois, is a chilling reminder of why you should never return to a place where you've encountered the unknown.
No, what is that? What is that? What does he have? What does he have, Austin? Austin, don't leave me!
A YouTuber named Waya, along with her friend, revisited a location where she had previously spotted a clown to investigate further. In the video, we see her cautiously exploring the darkness, relying only on her camera's light.
So we're doing another video like you guys asked. There's the Scooby. Earlier, I don't know if they were lying.
As they walk down a deserted path, an eerie noise suddenly breaks the silence. A faint, chilling melody plays around them, sending shivers down their spines. Following the sound, they come across an old music box lying on the ground, playing the haunting tune. But before they can fully process it, a maniacal laugh echoes, and to their worst fear, the same clown from before is standing there. Only this time, he's holding an axe in his hands. That was enough for the duo. They immediately take off running as the clown lets out another unhinged laugh and starts chasing them. The terrifying pursuit continues until the video abruptly ends.
No.
I'm scared.
I got my hand like that. It's so cold. What
Babe.
the
No,
fuck is that noise?
Stop, no, I'm scared. No, I'm not.
Oh my god, get it on video.
No, what is that? What is that? What does he have? What does he have, Austin? Austin, don't leave me! Austin, the flashlight! The flashlight! I can't see! You're fucking... No, what is that?
Oh my god.
And this, my friends, is exactly why I avoid exploring places like this at night. You never know when you'll run into a ghost, Bigfoot, a deranged clown, or even just a drunk guy looking for trouble. Two girls posted a TikTok video of themselves sneaking onto their university at night to film a dance trend. But the real attention grabber was something lurking in the background. The video, uploaded on TikTok, shows two university students performing a viral dance trend in front of the camera. However, if you look closely at the background, you'll notice something eerie. A mysterious tall figure is standing in the darkness, staring at them. The girls remain completely unaware of its presence and continue dancing before eventually leaving. What's even creepier is that the figure perfectly matches the description of Slender Man. Honestly, it's probably for the best that the girls didn't notice this figure. If they had, they would have likely run for their lives, and I don't even want to imagine the horror of that thing chasing them. A homeowner was experiencing strange occurrences in his dining area. Suspecting it might be a raccoon, he set up a camera, only to capture something far more concerning. This footage, recorded on October 10th to 11th, 2010, was captured after 13 days of continuous surveillance. The homeowner had been trying to catch whatever was making noises in his dining area at night. In the video, we see a clear view of the dining room through the CCTV camera. But if you focus on the door, you'll notice something unsettling. A head-like figure peeking inside. Zooming in and slowing down the footage reveals what appears to be a small, alien-shaped head peering into the room. It seems to notice the camera before quickly retreating, as if trying to avoid being recorded. I have no idea what the homeowner did after this, whether he called the police or took some other action. But one thing's for sure, that thing looked pretty curious about his dining room. Our ocean holds countless mysteries, with only 5% of it explored, making videos like this all the more unsettling. This video, uploaded on a surfing subreddit, captures something bizarre appearing in the waters of Los Angeles. In the footage, we see an incredibly fast-moving being swimming through the water. While normal aquatic animals can be pretty fast, none could achieve a speed like this. Whatever this thing was, it was on another level. Some might speculate that it was an underwater missile or some kind of machine, but I don't think so. The way it moved, the wiggling, almost organic motion, suggests it was definitely a living creature. And if that's the case, and worse, if it's a predator, God forbid, I'm never stepping into the ocean again. Ever seen something and prayed to God that it was just your imagination? Well, this video is exactly that kind of nightmare.
You see this right now? You see this, right?
This video, uploaded by Simply Spooky, captures the chilling moment when a man noticed a strange, creepy figure staring at him through the kitchen window. The figure was moving, with bulging eyes and protruding teeth, looking like something straight out of a horror movie.
You see this right now? You see this, right?
Even when other members of the house were called, the figure remained there, locking eyes with the man, almost as if it wanted something from him. Or worse, it wanted him. After a while, the thing disappeared, and the video ended.
Say something, you. Hold on, guys, come in here.
Why?
Is that a person?
What began as a simple gadget account on TikTok in late November 2022 quickly turned into a chilling experience. When Coke and Store went live, no one could have predicted the terrifying turn it would take. The account, based in Indonesia, initially shared short videos about gadgets and other tech content. But then, a few weeks later, the account went live. And this is what the viewers saw, leaving them horrified. From the comments on the live stream, it was evident that viewers were confused and deeply unsettled by what they were witnessing. The live stream showed a person curled up in a dark, confined space, completely covered in mud and trembling as if in fear. Some thought the material covering the man was feces, while others speculated it was mud, but no one was certain. Throughout the live stream, the man continued to tremble while pouring more muddy water on himself. The bizarre nature of the broadcast drew more and more viewers. For several minutes, viewers watched, confused and uncertain. Who was the man? Was he a kidnapping victim, or was this all a strange stunt to gain attention on TikTok? No answers were provided before the live stream abruptly ended. What made this even stranger was that Coke and Store resumed uploading its regular gadget-related content, as if nothing unusual had ever happened. Even now, the account continues posting videos, but with a new audience constantly questioning that past live stream. Coke and Store has even liked several comments about the live stream, but they've never addressed it directly. Now, what was actually going on? No one knows for sure, but certain details make the situation even more puzzling. In my opinion, the video quality and sound suggest that the live stream was actually a recording of another recording. But why broadcast such a bizarre video? Was it a publicity stunt or something more sinister? People continue to ask questions, but Coke and Store has given no answers. Allegedly in 2008, a digital camera was found on a park bench in Philadelphia with a single video on it, which was subsequently uploaded to YouTube. The footage depicted the following.
It's March 5th, 2008. Don't seem to be coming down.
As he talked about what had been happening to him, it became quite clear that he wasn't in his normal state. Something was really wrong with him.
Can't really go out. Been spending a lot of time in the basement. I don't think it's wearing off.
This man appears to have ingested some sort of substance that hadn't worn off for 2 months at the time of the recording.
I don't really know what to do.
The part I blurred is a handgun he had in the background, indicating that he may have been close to his limit. The earliest upload of this video on YouTube claims that this was initially uploaded years ago, but since they weren't able to find it anymore, they re-uploaded it to see if anyone had more information on the recording. The uploader claimed it was found footage. He said he found the tape on a park bench or something and was concerned about the person depicted therein. The guy was probably onto something so strong that he had not been able to wear it off even after 2 months.
I think I boiled the roots right.
Boiling the roots probably means he was onto some kind of substance which had him brewing it, but what makes this video particularly unsettling is that the man claims to have been tripping for 2 months without any sign of coming down. This sounds like a nightmare. Although there are many rumors about people taking certain hallucinogens and experiencing the effects forever, these seem to just be myths. There's never actually been a documented case of anyone who's experienced a permanent trip.
I don't feel like I'm ever gonna come down. And it's not cool.
And people couldn't help but see how scary it would have been for the guy, especially because there seems to be a tragic end to this story. Legitimately, one of the scariest videos I have seen in a while, especially if it's serious. While it's unclear whether the man's story is true or just a disturbing piece of fiction, the idea of someone being trapped in a never-ending trip for months is disturbing nonetheless. In March 2017, a YouTube user named Balaclava Girl 95 uploaded a video titled Video Dating Tape. In the description, the user states that they found this footage on a tape inside a VCR at a car boot sale. The video is concerning, to say the least.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm 36 years of age, 5'10", an entrepreneur, businessman, and part-time adventurer.
The tape, as the title implies, seems to be his call-out to anyone willing to date him. As if this isn't already creepy enough, there are a few things in the tape that make this even more unsettling. At one point, the tape cuts the footage to someone pointing the camera at a person's home from behind trees.
I'm looking for someone to share that luxury with. To just leave.
As the tape progresses, it becomes clearer that even Tony was not in the right mind either.
Someone that will share long walks along the beach. You just fucking shut up! Hi, I'm Tony. I'm 36 years old, 5'10", an entrepreneur, businessman, and part-time adventurer. I'm a photographer, and my images have been seen all over the world. My yacht is moored there.
He seemed frustrated by the takes he had to do, or maybe there was much more to the video because apparently Tony was not alone. There was someone else there too, probably helping him with the recording.
Someone that can...
But these are not the only disturbing details. Throughout the video, a woman's screams and whimpers can be heard in the background.
Someone that will share long walks along the beach. You just fucking shut up!
Not only did the woman seem to be hurt, but Tony can also be seen first, a little scared, since he apparently couldn't breathe properly. And then he started shouting at her before the tape cut. Now, what happened to the woman, or what her story is, we don't know, but her whimpers are heard again towards the end of the tape. And then, Tony was straight up asking for women with whom he could spend the rest of their lives.
Someone I can spend the rest of their life with.
It was these little details that made the whole thing way scarier. Then the person who uploaded this video never made another upload after this. They never even responded to any of the comments, as if they created this channel for the sole purpose of uploading this only. And the comment section was filled with people trying to figure out what exactly it was that they just watched. Many even said, "I feel like his wife cheated on him and he kidnapped her, and she's the one crying in the background, and now he's looking for a new wife." Now, many claim that this is the actor Darren Stoneham who made this as a publicity stunt, but nothing has ever been made public by him, so no one is sure about it. The Pennhurst State School and Hospital was an institution for mentally and physically disabled people in Pennsylvania that was founded in 1908. The institution was closed down in 1987. Due to the harsh treatment of the patients, there was even a point at which 9 employees were charged with slapping and beating patients and making some of the patients assault each other. In 2010, Pennhurst was reopened as a haunted attraction, which remains so today, although there are also plans to make it a museum. In 2013, 2 videos were posted to a channel named Random Video Circus that were titled Pennhurst Found Footage.
Pennhurst.
According to the backstory behind these videos, in May of 2008, 2 college students went to Pennhurst to look around. Their camera was found inside the building, but the 2 college students have never been found to this date. In the video, there is a guy and a girl, both of whom roam around the building. The girl hardly appears on the camera, while the guy is the one holding it. Most of the video is just the 2 of them messing around and having some fun.
I'm in the. Oh yeah. Do that again.
Part 2 begins where Part 1 left off, and it really isn't much different from Part 1. We get a little more information about the girl in this part though. We can see a couple more slightly clearer pictures of her, although still not that clear, and we also discover that her name is Jessica when the guy mockingly calls out her name in a creepy voice.
Jessica. Jessica.
And that's pretty much how the whole footage went, with no creepy things happening. Even though the footage doesn't show anything creepy, the backstory of the missing students makes it unsettling. The camera was found, but the students were never seen again, and no one knew who they were. With no missing reports, all that was left was the camera and the footage. It's a mystery that still makes people wonder what really happened at Pennhurst. Was it just an innocent trip, or was something more sinister going on? The questions will probably never be answered, but the creepy history of Pennhurst only grows with time. This clip was uploaded by a woman on October 31st, 2012, who was sitting with 2 little girls while they ate, when suddenly one of the girls became very disturbed and frightened by something she could see in the other room, even though there was nothing visible in the video.
Finish eating.
When I'm done, can we get our fries?
Yeah.
I just, what? Don't scare me.
What?
The woman remained surprisingly calm, questioning the little girl as to why she was scared, but she received no answer. The other one looked back, didn't see anything, and then laughed at her friend who was seemingly scared of nothing. Or, at least, that's what the description of the video says.
What was that?
I'm scared.
And when the mother asked her daughter what exactly she was getting scared of, this is what she did.
Oh, what, Nanny? Look at me. What are you scared of? The fish? Oh.
Soon enough, the little girl started to get more and more scared of whatever she could see in the dark corner of the room.
Nanny, are you almost done eating?
That is, until the younger girl takes a second look, and suddenly, she also sees whatever frightened her older sister. Her reaction is pure terror.
Turn around, turn around, turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
The video uploader, Angel Ruiz, says that both girls claim to have seen a ghost in the other room, even though nothing strange was visible to their mother or captured on video. The woman who uploaded it never uploaded anything else before or after this video, and then she disabled the comments as well, adding just another layer of mystery to what might have happened to the little girls. Godly Recon was a blogging channel created in 2006 by a 23-year-old woman named Caroline. At first, the channel seemed ordinary, featuring typical vlogs. But things took a darker turn when Caroline began posting videos about a stalker who was targeting her. It started with strange private messages, escalated to the stalker somehow learning her phone number, and eventually, they sent her a picture of her own house. In April 2007, a chilling video titled "Goodbye" was uploaded to her channel. The video allegedly went viral about 6 months later, in October 2007. However, shortly after gaining attention, YouTube reportedly took down the entire Godly Recon channel, perhaps to avoid being held responsible if the situation turned out to be serious. The description of the video provides a glimpse into the mystery. This is a 19-second video that was uploaded to the Godly Recon YouTube channel in mid-April 2007. The video gained full notoriety in October and was taken down within 1 hour. To this day, Caroline's whereabouts remain unknown. The unsettling events surrounding her channel, combined with the abrupt disappearance of her content, have left many questions unanswered. What makes this mystery even more perplexing is the lack of information about Godly Recon. Beyond scattered mentions and a single Reddit post, there's almost no trace of the channel's existence, which just added up to the whole disturbing nature of this clip. Uploaded to YouTube on August 9th, 2009 by user Xenopasta, the video titled Barbie.avi is one of the earliest creepy relics on the platform. Barbie.avi is a multi-part series with a found footage backstory that remains mysterious to this day. In part 1, we are introduced to a woman in her early 20s talking to someone off camera. The visuals have an analog horror vibe with low fidelity, as if it was filmed on an old CRT TV. The distorted audio quality adds to the unsettling tone of the video, making much of the conversation difficult to understand. Originally, the series was said to have 4 parts. However, one of the videos, part 3, vanished from the internet entirely. This missing piece only deepened the mystery of Barbie.avi. Why would a segment of this eerie, surreal series disappear? Did it contain answers about the identity of the woman in the videos? Part 4 stands out because it seems to tie the story together. A caption, BIID, appears on the screen. BIID stands for Body Integrity Identity Disorder, a rare mental condition where a person desires to amputate one or more healthy limbs because they don't believe the limbs fit their mental body image. Halfway through the video, it is revealed that the woman is missing an arm. implying that she might be suffering from this disorder. The connection between the name Barbie and the story remains unclear, but a popular theory suggests a link between Barbie and Barbie dolls, as both involve the concept of customization to achieve a perceived perfect self. However, the original story never explicitly mentions the caption or the woman's missing limb, leaving much open to interpretation. Some viewers speculated that the woman might have been a victim of abuse. Am I the only one hearing "that's enough"? I'm thinking this video is from an abusive person, and this woman's being documented was just one of the poor soul to be victimized. Others believed she lost her arm in an accident, but in the end, nothing was ever confirmed. Unknown amateur footage of an amputee model and pictures from the 80s surfaced on the web in 2009. Nobody knew her name for decades until the Russian team cracked it down. Whether it's a tale of mental illness, abuse, or something else entirely, the mystery surrounding this series ensures its place as one of the most unsettling relics of YouTube's early days. It's always unsettling when someone goes missing, but when an entire family disappears, it's almost unthinkable. This is exactly what happened to the Jameson family. Bobby, his wife Sherilyn, and their 6-year-old daughter Madison mysteriously vanished on October 8, 2009 in Eufaula, Oklahoma. But this was no ordinary case of a supposed kidnapping at the hands of some criminals. That is because the family was certain they were being haunted before their sudden disappearance.
It doesn't make sense to anybody. None of their actions make any sense to anybody that's ever looked at the case.
For those who didn't know them, the family's disappearance was bizarre. But for those who did, it felt even stranger. The Jamesons were no ordinary family. They believed their house was haunted, not just by one spirit, but by 2 or 3 entities that, according to them, lived on the roof and harassed the family. The couple was so convinced of this that they sought help from a pastor to perform an exorcism. The family's troubles didn't stop there. Madison reportedly had an imaginary friend named Emily. The whole family seemed troubled.
She claimed to her neighbors that she was a witch and she was going to cast spells on them and this and that.
The Jamesons were desperate to escape their home, seeking a quiet, off-the-grid life. But just as they began their search for a new place, they vanished. Only their truck was found a few weeks later in a remote area.
Their truck was found in a rural area of Letterman County, about 30 miles from their home. The family's dog was still inside the truck, starving and barely alive. Investigators also found their possessions, including cell phones and cash.
Inside the truck, investigators found a photograph of Madison. To some, she looked happy, as if about to laugh. To others, her expression seemed closer to tears. The image itself sparked debates. Her pose was unnatural, with some suggesting it was evidence of foul play. The case was a mess until the cops got their hands on the CCTV footage. Police found security footage of the Jamesons packing for their trip. While the footage provided some important details, like the briefcase that went missing, it also revealed something even more disturbing.
They were taking things that they'd put in the truck and putting them back in the house and then taking them back from the house and putting them back into the truck.
As the clues and possibilities diminished and the years went by without any sign of the family, people had already assumed the worst.
They run across somebody that didn't want them to be on their land, or somebody was doing something bad and they didn't want them to see it.
But then, 4 years after the Jamesons vanished, the mountain finally gave up its secrets. Human remains were found just 3 miles from where the family abandoned their truck.
And only on 5 tonight, an Oklahoma mother may finally get the peace she has been waiting for.
Her son has been missing for 4 years now, but this weekend, a possible break. Sky 5 flew over the Sands Boys Mountains where hunters found the skeletal remains of 2 adults and a child.
Why would they leave behind large amounts of cash found in the truck? Why abandon their dog? And why weren't their remains discovered sooner, despite extensive searches? To add another layer of mystery, the Jamesons reportedly had ties to black magic. They were reading about the Satanic Bible as well. So was the family targeted because of this? Or were they simply a troubled household who lived in an unexplainable way? Ultimately, the truth behind the Jameson family's disappearance and their tragic fate remains as unknown as. This footage comes from Scott Wesley, who experienced something extraordinary and entirely unexplainable during a routine fishing trip. It was July 17th, 2023. Scott and a few friends were out on the lake, enjoying a peaceful, overnight excursion. The evening seemed perfect until an unexpected sight changed everything. As the group fished and relaxed, they noticed something unusual in the water. Intrigued, Scott reached for his phone to record what would become an unforgettable moment.
I mean, look at this on my phone.
I mean, look right there. It's definitely a.
What they saw was unlike anything they'd ever encountered. They förstår, and they knew a strange green light glowing from beneath the surface. In the middle of this vast lake, far from any artificial lights, the source of the glow was a complete mystery. Stopping their boat to investigate, they watched in awe as the light began to move, gliding slowly but deliberately away from them. The eerie sight left them with more questions than answers.
How much water? Oh, you got your depth finder shut off? That's I can't believe that'd be a light shining up like that. I know it's moving.
Could this have been an unknown aquatic creature, some natural phenomenon, or perhaps something far more mysterious? To this day, no one has been able to explain what Scott and his friends witnessed on that quiet summer night. The strange luminescence remains an enigma, leaving us to wonder what secrets might still be hiding in the uncharted depths of our world.
You'd think a date at an extraterrestrial museum would be cool, right? Well, this video might change your mind. Dude, she's not happy. This couple was having a normal date until they stumbled upon something straight out of a movie. The boyfriend is recording his girlfriend, who's clearly not okay. When he turns the camera, we see the reason. A full-sized alien body in a glass case. It's like something from a horror movie. The boyfriend even taps on the thing, and it makes a hollow sound, adding to the creepiness. Now, I know it's probably just a plastic model, but her reaction is priceless. She's completely traumatized, like she's seen a real alien. I mean, if I saw that thing unexpectedly, I'd probably have an even worse reaction. Can you imagine? Ever heard of waterspouts? If not, you might want to watch this before your next fishing trip.
Whoa!
This guy was just enjoying a peaceful fishing day when things took a windy turn. He's recording when he notices something strange in the distance. A disturbance in the water that's quickly approaching. Suddenly, a massive water spout hits him. The force is incredible, and his hat goes flying. He didn't expect such a small-looking spout to pack such a punch. While waterspouts are usually weaker than tornadoes, they can still cause serious damage to boats and people. So next time you see something like this, don't just stand there. Find cover. You don't want to lose your hat, or worse, to a surprise waterspout. CCTV footage captured by United Utilities sewer engineers during a routine survey has revealed something truly strange. It makes you wonder what might exist far out of sight. For just a second, a creature with what looked like a tail ran across the camera's view. Some might say it's just a lizard, but lizards aren't usually this big or this fast. The creature moves so quickly that it's impossible to make out its details. Who knows what it is, or what might happen if someone had to go down into the sewer? This man heard a strange noise in the forest during a night walk. Thinking it was a small, nocturnal animal, he grabbed a flashlight to investigate. He recorded the whole thing with his camera. But it didn't take long for him to realize he wasn't looking for an animal after all. The man ran away quickly, and who wouldn't? But before he did, the creature looked right at him. While he found out what was making the noise, he never figured out what it was. He thinks it could be the Mothman. To me, it looks like some other strange humanoid creature. But honestly, I can't say for sure. After all, I've never seen a Mothman myself, have you? When these people set up security cameras to protect their home, they never thought they'd catch something so strange. But one night, the footage showed what looked like an alien. The video is dark and a little blurry, but the creature is easy to recognize. It has a big head, a thin neck, large dark eyes, and no hair. It looks just like the aliens we've seen in cartoons. If this isn't proof that aliens really exist, I don't know what is. This guy found an abandoned park with creepy statues of children. He thought it might be haunted. So, he decided to go back and investigate. What he discovered was shocking.
Hey. Come on.
While looking around, he saw two statues, but when he zoomed in to take a picture, something strange happened. One of the statues was moving. Was it ever a statue at all? Could it be some human-sized creature hiding there? Or maybe it was just someone in a costume brave enough to visit this eerie park. This couple went to explore an old house in the middle of the forest. It had been abandoned for years, but what they found was far more chilling than just dusty furniture and forgotten rooms. The true shock came when a pair of glowing eyes appeared from the tree outside, staring straight at them.
I don't know, it seems like it's pissing. What is it? That thing is freaky. Hello? I can't even tell what animal that is.
At first, the man thought it was a possum, but when he saw how it blinked, he wasn't so sure. Could this be a strange creature living in the woods? Some say it's just an owl, but others aren't convinced. What do you think? Many people believe that Minnesota Lake is hiding a big secret. They say a monster is living deep below the surface, and only a few have seen it. Well, this guy might be one of them. He managed to capture a few seconds of a creature that looks just like the famous Nessie from Loch Ness. The video doesn't show much, but you can see the long neck. Compared to the trees nearby, this creature is massive, but the real mystery is why it chose to surface that day at all. Don't you think? This man saw a huge creature high in a tree with glowing red eyes staring right at him in his parents' backyard. When he realized it was about to take flight, he quickly snapped a photo. He believes it shows the real Mothman. Of course, many online argue it's just an ordinary bat. But if that's true, why does it look so massive compared to the tree? Others support the Mothman theory, claiming they've seen similar creatures in rural areas across America. So, who should we believe? Speaking of mermaid sightings, anglers on the Wolf River in Wisconsin say they accidentally caught one on camera while fishing. They claim a mermaid swam past their boat, leaving them stunned. Skeptics think it was just a dolphin or a seal, but locals argue there are no dolphins or seals in this freshwater river. Still, the video quality is too poor to be convincing. Maybe it's just some strange swimmer after all. For some reason, this young man thought venturing into the open sea on what looked more like a surfboard than a proper boat was a great idea. But he quickly came to regret that choice when he realized he was being targeted by something massive that seemed to rise from the depths. He saw part of the creature emerge from the water just 10 feet away, but at the same time, the water around his boat began to churn violently. This could only mean the creature was so enormous that it could be far away and still reach his boat. Many believe this could be the legendary Kraken, but honestly, it could be anything. Whatever it was big enough to swallow both him and his tiny vessel in one gulp if it wanted to. Our world often feels terrifying, but the reality beneath our feet could be a true nightmare. Take this sewer, for example. This video was captured using a snake cam inserted into a North Carolina sewer. It reveals strange, pulsating masses that seem alive, almost like some alien life form lurking underground. When the camera gets close, it's as if these things awaken. Spotting something like this, not just once but in multiple places, is pretty terrifying. Some claim it's evidence of alien life in the sewers, but after some research, I found out these could be colonies of tubifex worms. Their pulsating motion happens when one worm twitches, causing the entire colony to ripple. Even if it's just worms, it's still incredibly creepy to see them clump together, forming such a bizarre, pulsating mass. A group of friends exploring an abandoned house stumbled upon something so strange that gave the entire internet chills. As they ventured into a room that appeared to have suffered a fire incident, faint, eerie noises started echoing through the place. These whispers grew louder and more intense as the cameraman approached the fireplace. The voices seemed to belong to multiple people. all whispering at once, creating a chilling and unnatural sound. It's undeniably creepy, but here's the real question. Are you brave enough to peek up its chimney? Me? Absolutely not. This next video shows why driving alone at night in New York might not be the best idea.
That just popped up in front of my car out of nowhere, and he's freaking me the fuck out, bro.
As this driver cruised down a quiet street, a creepy figure suddenly stepped in front of the car, blocking the path. The man seemed out of his senses, ignoring honks and slowly following the car with an unsettling walk. According to the driver, his eyes also looked disturbingly strange.
Bro, this guy is so fucking weird. I think the cops are right here.
It felt straight out of a horror movie, but thankfully, the driver made the smart decision to call 911. The police arrived and arrested the man before anything sinister could happen.
I don't know what's going on. He's about to get tasered. He's about to get tasered.
Was he on drugs? Mentally unstable? Maybe, but what if he wasn't human at all? Now, that's a chilling thought. This homeowner was casually playing Rocket League when something hidden in his house decided to make its presence known. While gaming, he noticed strange things happening. First, the door closed on its own. When he stepped out to investigate, he saw the chandelier swinging mysteriously. Things got even creepier when he asked the ghost to show itself. It responded by flickering the kitchen lights. That's when he spotted a shadow moving across the room. The ultimate scare came when this entity boldly moved an entire kitchen table. If I were in his place, instead of going back to gaming, I'd be putting that house on the market immediately. This next video, uploaded on Instagram, left the entire internet buzzing with concern and curiosity about what it could be. A homeowner spotted strange lights flickering in the sky and decided to shine a laser pointer at them. Shockingly, the laser appeared to distort, as if hitting something invisible in the air. At one point, the light officer reflected, hinting there might be some kind of entity or object up there. The lights seemed endless, with what looked like hundreds scattered across the sky. What do you think these could be? Government drones? Starlink satellites? Or something far stranger and more sinister? After watching this next video, you might think twice before venturing out at night. Captured on a home security camera and uploaded to TikTok, the footage reveals a cryptid walking in an eerily humanoid manner. The truly terrifying part is it appears to be headless. Also, its body structure and texture are unlike anything we've seen before. This is exactly why I can't stand homes near forests. You never know what might be lurking out there. If you don't believe in ghosts appearing in human form, this next video will definitely make you a believer. Did you catch that? Let me slow it down and replay it for you. Right there, a child zips past the camera, and the chilling part is, according to the homeowner, there was no child in the house at that time. It looks like a child's ghost with black hair. It's unsettling to think that the family was enjoying lunch, completely unaware that this eerie figure was roaming right around them. This man found a strange creature on the beach. It seems the ocean brought something very unusual to the surface. At first, it looked like discarded trash, or maybe the remains of a toy. But then, it started to move. Even if it's a reminder that we have no idea what's really out there in the vast ocean, to me, this creature doesn't look like it belongs on our planet at all. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, you've heard of Dementors, the dark creatures that suck out happiness and leave people cold and hopeless. Now, there's a video that some believe shows a real-life Dementor, but not everyone agrees with this theory though.
Essas coisas. Isso está no céu agora todo mundo. Que porra é essa? Isso está no céu. Aqui eu vou diminuir o zoom e tipo eu estou no meu carro, apenas relaxando. Que porra é essa?
Many think it's just a kite, probably flown by kids in the distance. But here's the strange part. People from different parts of the world claim to have seen the same thing above their cities. Is it all just a coincidence? Or could this be something truly bizarre, like creatures out of this world? Ice is perfect for preserving fossils, and this man saw it with his own eyes. While exploring, he felt something beneath the thin snow with his pick. He quickly cleared the snow, only to reveal a shocking sight.
I got a very strong signal. What? What? What the heck is that thing?
Some might say it's just a polar bear preserved in the ice, but to me, it doesn't look like one. Bears have smaller eyes and a different facial shape, while this creature looks like a massive white ape. Honestly, it seems much more likely that this man stumbled upon a frozen yeti than a polar bear. A security camera in this neighborhood caught someone sneaking behind a car. But when the owners looked closer at the video, they realized it wasn't a man. The figure looked very skinny, with thin arms and a huge head. Some think this could mean aliens are visiting us without us even knowing. After all, what are the chances that we're the only life in the entire universe? After hearing strange noises from his backyard shed for several nights, this man set up a camera to find out what was going on. But what he saw the next day made his heart skip a beat. The footage showed a strange figure moving around and trying to break out of the shed. While it was clear where the noise was coming from, he had no idea what this creature could be, but he was sure it wasn't human. Its movements were unnatural, and it looked far too sinister. Honestly, if I were him, I wouldn't stick around to figure it out. I'd pack up and move far away. A guy named Isaiah thought it would be fun to go hiking in the middle of the night with his cousin. But their adventure took a chilling turn when they reached a bridge and heard strange, unearthly noises. The sound seemed to be coming from an old metal pipe running under the bridge.
Let me go first.
When Isaiah leaned down and shone his flashlight into the pipe, he caught sight of something that defies explanation. Was it the rake, a skinwalker, or maybe even an alien? We may never know for sure because Isaiah and his cousin ran for their lives, leaving behind only this eerie encounter and no clear image of what they saw. What do you think this is? I'm not sure what this brave guy expected to find in an abandoned house at night, but he definitely got more than he bargained for. While checking out the yard, a human-sized creature appeared among the ruins on the roof, and it didn't seem happy to see him. This could be anything: a demon, a prank from a neighbor, or even the infamous rake. Whatever it was, one thing is clear: some creatures are better left to the shadows. Let's hope he learned that lesson. One of this man's security cameras caught something very strange on ancient Navajo land. Look closely at the corner near the tree on the left side. At first, he thought it was just a trick of the light or a glitch in the camera, but many online believe he accidentally captured a real skinwalker. They ruled out a camera malfunction, since the footage looked normal right after. Is this proof of something walking there, or just the imagination of people wanting to believe? A tourist decided to visit the ruins of an old town while on vacation. Captivated by the scenery, he started taking pictures, but he soon realized he wasn't alone among the ancient ruins. From behind the ruins, the head of something that looked like an alien appeared. Honestly, it seems almost too good to be true. While some call it the best evidence yet, I can't help but think it might just be another curious tourist. What do you think? After being woken up by strange noises at night, this man decided to check his security camera footage in the morning. What he saw was unexpected. At first, he thought it was just a neighbor wearing a white mask to scare him, but people online had a different explanation. Many believe it was a creature with a transparent body, which left him completely shocked. So, what do you think? Was it a prank or something much stranger? What's the scariest thing you've ever seen? Tell us your story in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysterious sightings and strange encounters. See you in the next video. After the tsunami in Japan, people stood on their terraces taking pictures of the water, destroying everything. But they didn't expect to capture something even scarier. This creature jumped from a tree, went into the water, and then disappeared into the mist. Some say it's a demon. To me, it looks like a piece of fabric. But maybe they saw something I didn't. What do you think? This video proves the saying, motherly love has no boundaries, but in a really creepy way. This video was recorded at a lady's funeral, but things took a strange turn when a balloon started floating toward her daughter, who was sitting nearby. Despite being filled with helium, the balloon seemed to float right toward her and even curled around her. Yes, balloons float, but one like this at a funeral, that's a first for me. It feels like her mother is showing her love from beyond the realm. Beautiful, yet undeniably creepy. These guys went into a haunted penitentiary at 10 p.m. and got exactly what they deserved.
Oh fuck! Oh fucking shit!
The cameraman climbed into a closed area of the penitentiary, carefully peering through each cell. But when he looked into the last one, there was a figure standing there. It scared the life out of him, and he ran for it.
Oh fuck! Oh fucking shit!
The last cell seemed darker than the rest, and we definitely saw a figure standing there. What could it be? A prank for views maybe, but doing that in a closed cell of a penitentiary seems way too real. Some people believe extraterrestrial life exists, and some don't, but this video is sure to creep out both sides. This TikTok video shows a strange, portal-like phenomenon in the sky. According to the uploader, it's some kind of portal for a UFO, and it definitely looks like one. As the portal dissipates, a light can be seen moving away from it. Could this portal be responsible for dropping UFOs and other unknown objects into our airspace? And what can we really do about it? This guy was working in Ocean City, Maryland, when he saw something that made him a believer. What you just saw looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. It appears to be some kind of enormous sorcerer-like figure in the sky, with lights all over its body, visible even in that weather. I can't think of any other explanation for this. Starlink satellites certainly don't look that massive, or in that formation. What do you think this could be? Let us know in the comments. Have you ever heard of the cloud people? If you didn't, this video is here to give you chills. While flying at high altitude, this pilot was shocked to spot strange humanoid figures walking on the clouds. What's even more terrifying is that there were multiple of them there. Some people are calling it pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where the mind sees patterns in random visuals. But even if it's just that, the fact that they look humanoid makes it downright nightmarish.
Prepare to be awestruck by one of the ocean's behemoths. This footage, taken on the shores of Samar in the Philippines, reveals a colossal sea creature that has met a mysterious fate. Gaze upon this massive fish floating lifeless in the shallows. Its sheer size is staggering. Over 20 feet long. To grasp the scale of this creature, observe the people swimming nearby. They appear dwarfed, clearly captivated by the enormity of their discovery. They seem to be attempting something, pushing it back out to sea, perhaps. It's a difficult task, given its immense size. This striking scene serves as a potent reminder of the incredible biodiversity thriving in our oceans. We've barely scratched the surface of what lies beneath those waves. The vastness of the marine world holds countless mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Next time you stroll along the beach, recall this awe-inspiring creature and the secrets of the deep. Our planet's oceans teem with astonishing life. All right, strap in for this one.
Hello? Oh my god.
It's 1:30 after midnight, July 14th, 2011, and we've got a dude who's had enough of whatever's been turning his roof into a nightly rave. Armed with nothing but a camera and a healthy dose of curiosity, or maybe just a death wish, he climbs up to investigate. Bad move, buddy. This guy's got guts, I'll give him that. He slowly pans his camera, and then, something straight out of a horror movie. A bald, bulbous head perched on a stick-thin body. Those eyes, glowing, burning into your soul. It's like the rake decided to ditch the woods for a rooftop party. Our fearless cameraman takes a tumble. But hey, he's alive. And get this, he says next time he'll get even closer for a better shot. Are you insane? It's one thing to capture this thing on camera. It's another to become its midnight snack. Whether that thing was scared off or just toying with him, I don't know. But one thing's for sure. If this is real, we're dealing with something far more sinister than a raccoon rummaging through the trash. Embark on a journey into the peculiar and the profound with this video, set in a location as mysterious as the event it captures, an underground cave. Here, something very strange catches our eye. A peculiar light shining on the ground. As the camera zooms in, the light reveals something unexpected. It looks like the image of a man is somehow being projected within this light. Around this unusual display, there are some people standing, and they seem to be focusing on the light very intently, almost as if they are worshipping it. It's a curious scene, making me wonder if we're witnessing something miraculous, or if there might be a simpler explanation, like a trick of light or an illusion. The video doesn't clarify whether this is a genuine mystery or something man-made, but I personally think that it is more likely that it is man-made. Imagine being high up in the sky, on a plane at night, and you catch a glimpse of something totally unexpected. That's exactly what this video brings to life. Filmed by a passenger on a night flight, the dark sky outside the plane becomes the backdrop for a mysterious sight. Amidst the blanket of night, a glowing yellow object appears, standing out with its unusual shape and luminous color. The object has the classic look of what many imagine an alien ship would resemble. Bright, distinct, and somewhat otherworldly. It's this glowing yellow form against the dark sky that stirs thoughts of an alien craft and other extraterrestrial possibilities. Many such sights have been seen in many other places, either at night or during the day, which gives credence to this video. There seems to be happening something all across the world. So this does raise questions. Are we being observed from above by something we don't fully understand? Imagine stumbling upon a scene that defies all expectations. A moment in nature that makes you do a double take, That's exactly what this video offers.
He's breathing though. He's breathing. Oh shit, I'm gonna scare him. Wait, he's gonna be ears.
It's a frog, but there's something very odd about it. This isn't your everyday frog. It's quite big and has its tongue sticking out, which isn't too strange until you take a closer look. When we zoom in, we notice something truly peculiar about this frog's appearance. It seems like parts of its head, especially the front, are missing. What's left gives the impression that the frog has just a huge open mouth with no other facial features. This unusual sight is fascinating and a bit strange. The frog, despite its odd appearance, continues its life in the pond, unaffected by its unique condition. It's amazing how this frog adapted to live having only a small part of its head. I love the invention of ring cameras as they provide us safety and a sense of security, but sometimes they record things like this that do the opposite. This footage captures a spine-tingling moment in the dead of night, right outside a homeowner's door. In the video, it's a dark night, and a seemingly ordinary toy car sits innocently by the door. But then, things take a turn for the strange. A few seconds in, the car's handle inexplicably lifts on its own, then slowly lowers back down. And that's not all. The cart itself starts to move, as if pulled by an unseen force. The video cuts out just as the movement begins, leaving us hanging with a chilling question. What pulled the car? Some viewers suspect a ghostly presence. But let's hold off on summoning the spirit world just yet. It's more likely a clever prank, maybe with a string attached. But that still leaves us with a head-scratcher. Why would someone stage this on their own Ring camera? This spooky clip definitely leaves more questions than answers. What do you think? Creepy coincidence? Or a prank gone too far? This man decided to take a peaceful stroll off the beaten path in the forest, but his relaxing walk quickly turned into something unforgettable when he noticed a shaggy, ape-like figure among the trees. When he reached about 40 feet away, he realized it wasn't any ordinary creature. It looked like a monkey, but much larger and stronger, something he'd never seen before. Could this have been the elusive Bigfoot? What do you think? The only thing scarier than walking in the woods during the day is doing it at night. This man learned that the hard way when he saw a shaggy figure snapping branches behind a tree. But instead of running, he decided to get a closer look, hoping to confirm if he was one of the lucky few to spot Bigfoot. But not everyone is convinced. Many argue the creature seems too small to be Bigfoot, speculating it could just be someone playing a prank. While driving home, this man noticed something strange in the sky, a dark shadow hovering in the distance. At first he thought it might just be a small, thick cloud, but what he discovered next sent chills down his spine. Slowing down to capture the mysterious figure from every angle, he realized it wasn't a cloud at all. Some believe it could be a real witch caught on camera, the first of its kind. Whatever it is, this footage remains one of the creepiest I've ever seen. Jinn are legendary creatures from another world,
People say they can harm humans in strange and scary ways, but this man says he caught one on camera in an abandoned hospital.
Astaghfirullahaladzim. 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 Astaghfirullah.
Some will say it's just a prank, and someone dressed up in a costume. But how do you explain this? When the creature disappears around a corner, the man follows. He finds nothing but a dead end. Could it really be a jinn, or is there another explanation? This is definitely not something you want to see during a family camping trip. Just as this family was settling in their tent with the kids, a pair of glowing eyes appeared out of nowhere. What's even scarier is that it looked like the creature was staring straight at the children. And if horror movies have taught us anything, it's that creepy creatures always go for the little ones first. A group of friends decided to visit an old, abandoned house in the middle of the forest at night. They thought it would be a fun, creepy adventure. But things quickly turned scary when they saw a strange creature inside the house.
Maingay. Ano mo, maririnig tayo eh. Very tayo. Pare yun oh. Parang wala na. Huwag na natin kasama. Yun doon parang may duwende oh.
They didn't know what it was, but people on the internet had ideas. Many believe it was a manananggal, a creature from Philippine legends. The story says it's a woman left at the altar who hunts grooms-to-be at night and uses her tongue to take their hearts. Do you think it could be real? When this man heard strange noises coming from his bathroom, he thought it was a burglar. He called the police and started filming, but what he saw was far more terrifying. It wasn't a burglar, it was something that looked out of this world. If this isn't proof that aliens are visiting us without us even knowing, I don't know what is. Feeling scared? Maybe lock your doors tonight, just in case. While working the night shift on his small boat, this fisherman noticed something strange in the water on both sides of him.
On each side of the boat? What are those trails called? Which side is swimming fast underneath that water? Something's swimming real fast underneath that water.
At first, he thought it was just a fast fish and decided to ignore it. But then, eerie sounds started coming from the water.
This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God.
Could it be sirens? Legends say they use their haunting voices to lure sailors into the sea, never to return. The sounds in this video are so chilling that it's hard to think of another explanation. Feeding stray animals like dogs or cats is common, but have you ever seen someone feed a stray bear? This homeowner casually fed a bear through his kitchen window, offering it slices of meat. The bear, surprisingly calm, took the pieces one by one like a pet. While this might seem wholesome, let me remind you, this is a bear. At one point, the bear's claw came dangerously close to grabbing the man's hand. A near miss that could have ended badly. Would you ever feed a bear if it showed up at your window? Let me know in the comments. This next video captures the terrifying reality of the recent California wildfires. It feels straight out of a horror movie.
You caught the one already?
Uploaded on TikTok, it shows a house surrounded by raging flames, turning the scene outside into a fiery hell. The woman who shared the video said her husband and his friends were inside the house, trapped as the fire engulfed everything in seconds while they were grabbing their belongings. Thankfully, firefighters arrived just in time and rescued them unharmed. These wildfires truly feel like a glimpse of hell on earth. Let's keep everyone affected in our thoughts and prayers. This guy thought it was a good idea to record a video while standing in the middle of a swamp, and he got a shocking surprise.
I used to carry a big, bulky handheld one, and I got hit.
As he was talking to the camera, a lightning bolt struck a tree just inches away from him. It was a close call and enough to send him running immediately.
I used to carry a big, bulky handheld one, and I got hit.
He later mentioned feeling a slight sting from the lightning, but luckily, he walked away unharmed.
Yeah, was that a video? No, I think they both jumped, but I got hit. That hurt. Really hurt.
Call it luck or divine intervention, but he dodged a major disaster. Note to self, don't stand in a swamp during a lightning storm. Late one night, this woman woke up and thought her cat was watching her through the door, but it turns out it wasn't.
Pip? Come here, guy. Buddy?
She noticed two glowing eyes staring at her from the doorway, assuming they belonged to her cat. But moments later, her actual cat walked in, and those eerie eyes were still there until they vanished in an instant, leaving her with chilling questions.
Pip? Come here, guy. Buddy?
What was that thing pretending to be her cat? Maybe her furry friend invited over a mysterious, shy guest. Always check your food carefully, even at a 5-star restaurant, because something like this might be hiding in your meal.
In a second, that's why I want to get the lady back over here. We'll find it though. I won't let him disappear. See, the other one, he's going off to the side. Yeah.
This woman was dining with her mother when she spotted something horrifying in her oyster. A long, worm-like parasite crawling out. Even worse, there were several of them, barely visible, making the discovery even more unsettling.
An oyster again after this. I was just saying how much I like him. And I just done it for me. This poor lady, I'm terrified.
Thankfully, she caught it before taking a bite, or those parasites could have caused serious trouble. After seeing this, I'm not sure I could ever look at oysters the same way again. In the report, we see flames engulfing the hills in the background, but what's truly shocking is a fast-moving projectile shooting downward from the fire. It looks like a rocket, and its speed is undeniable. With theories already circulating about foul play, this footage might just be the concrete evidence fueling those suspicions.
Nature never ceases to amaze, and just when you think you've seen it all, it throws something so bizarre at us that it makes you question everything you thought you knew. Take this video, for instance. At first glance, you might think this creature is a new kind of Pokemon. But no, it's not from a fantasy world. It's a real-life oddity. This footage comes from a fisherman who stumbled upon a remarkably strange turtle in their net. In the video, we see a newborn turtle, tiny and delicate, being held by the cameraman. At first, it seems like a typical turtle, but then you notice its face. This little guy has just one eye right in the center of its head, making it look like something out of a science fiction movie. The single eye is a rare condition known as cyclopia. Usually, creatures with this condition don't survive long after birth, as their one massive eye often takes up space that would normally be used for brain development. It's incredible that this little turtle has made it this far. Long flights can be boring, but imagine this. You're cruising at 35,000 feet, and instead of another rerun, the plane offers you a live action spectacle that feels straight out of a blockbuster. No, that's not a scene from some science fiction film set on a distant planet. Trust me, what you just saw was recorded by a passenger as their plane flew over a live volcano. And wow, talk about an unforgettable view. The video captures the thrilling sight of molten lava bubbling and flowing beneath the aircraft, creating a mesmerizing light show on the ground below. But that's not all. There's a towering wall of fire with plumes of smoke billowing into the air, adding a dramatic flair to an already surreal experience. The whole scene was made even more intense by the fact that it was nighttime. The fiery glow from the lava illuminating the darkness made the sight absolutely breathtaking. I can only imagine the sheer excitement of those lucky enough to snag a window seat. Forget the in-flight entertainment. This view was like watching nature's most thrilling action movie unfold in real time.
They say you should help someone in need, but what if it's in the middle of a desolate forest at night? While this group was camping, they suddenly heard a girl screaming for help in the distance, armed with a flashlight and one family member carrying a gun for safety. They couldn't see anything in the pitch-black woods. It might have been a mountain lion, known for eerily human-like sounds. But what kind of mountain lion calls for help? Could it have been someone in real danger, or something more sinister, like a skinwalker trying to lure them in? Would you dare to investigate? While it's a known phenomenon, I definitely wouldn't want to encounter a rat centipede in my house. This next video comes from a farmer who spotted something so unsettling, he swore never to return to his farm again. While operating a machine, he saw something illuminated by the vehicle's flashlight in the distance. It was a figure, walking around for reasons only God known. It was small, about doll size or slightly taller, without a visible head, just a skirt-like thing moving eerily. The more you look at it, the stranger it gets. This family was stargazing when they realized they weren't the only ones watching. Uploaded on TikTok, this video shows a strange creature, possibly an animal or even an alien, stalking a family. The quality isn't great, but you can clearly make out something in the woods. The family described it as looking like a monkey, twisting its head 360 degrees. It's creepy, and honestly, it looks like it could be. What on earth is that thing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hospitals are where we go for treatment, but for this person, it became a nightmare. Admitted to St. Paul's Hospital in Saskatoon, this guy started feeling really strange vibes. One night, Getting awake at night, he recorded disturbing screeching sounds, even though no one was in the room. In a follow-up video, he captured the reflection of a figure in his Gatorade bottle, but when he panned the camera, there was no one there. This hospital is definitely haunted by some kind of spirit. Maybe it's connected to the bed he's in, or maybe it's the Grim Reaper just checking in. Who knows these days? This apartment owner woke up at 2 a.m. and was shocked to see an uninvited visitor at that time of night. When he woke up, he was terrified to see a figure standing at his bathroom doorway, silently watching him. It was wearing a hat and a long coat. At first, I thought it could be his own coat hanging, but when he zoomed in, we could clearly see a face, and the scariest part is that it was moving. My advice to the apartment owner: move out as quickly as possible, because whoever or whatever that was definitely didn't have good intentions. Remember that group of friends from the Philippines who found a creature that takes people's hearts with its tongue? Well, another group had a similar experience in an old house, but this time they encountered something different.
Turn the light off. Turn the light on. Sounds like it's in the corner.
What the fuck is that? Shit! Which way's the exit? Which way's the exit?
After the video went viral, people said the creature was either a rake or a wendigo. Honestly, I don't know what they are talking about, because all I see is one little alien. The video isn't the clearest, but you can see how big its head is compared to its thin neck. Could it really be an alien?
The ocean depths hold many mysteries, and videos like this one serve as a reminder of the strange and fascinating creatures that lurk beneath the wave.
Claws, and the nails, and then the face. But it looks like it's been in a bag. Look at the teeth.
The creature seen in the footage is undeniably bizarre, with features that seem almost otherworldly. It possesses a furry tail, paws with sharp nails, and a face that appears to be partly skin. Its overall shape and appearance are pretty confusing, leaving viewers to speculate about its origins and identity. Identifying this creature from a single clip can be challenging. It could be a known animal that has decomposed in a way that obscures its features. However, the internet loves a good mystery, and this video is sure to spark lively discussions about what might be lurking in the ocean's depths. The comments section will likely be filled with speculation, ranging from known species to outlandish theories. If you have any knowledge that might help identify this creature, feel free to share it below. Chickens may not be the first animals that come to mind when you think of hypnosis, but this next video presents a curious farmyard phenomenon.
Hypnotize a rooster. Ready? So you hold him like this. Watch Tooster's body. Watch this. Watch his body. Oh my gosh. Watch.
Yeah, you saw that. This rooster just got hypnotized. And trust me, it's a sight to behold. This video was captured at a chicken farm, where the farm owner's neighbor waltzed in with some serious hypnotism skills up his sleeve. They picked out a brave rooster, laid its head on the ground, and drew a line in the dirt right in front of its face. And just like that, the rooster went limp, as if its body was under some kind of magical spell. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. When the owner removed the line, the rooster snapped back to reality and attacked his hand in a hilarious twist of events. Talk about a feathered frenzy. Sure, it may sound like something out of a cartoon, But this hypnotism technique is legit and gaining popularity on the internet. Just remember, folks, while it may be tempting to try it out on your neighbor's rooster, let's leave the hypnosis to the pros. After all, we wouldn't want a chicken uprising on our hands. Now would we? For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.